I'd like for them to see us as a treaty partner, Kurobon said, for them to look through it again and make changes, because we're still being pushed back. Māori to this day are sometimes still treated as second-class citizens. In a way, we're still fighting for a place in our own country. Today we honour his legacy and all those who paved this way before us. And we recognise that our mana motuhake does not rely on recognition. It is our birthright, embedded in our whakapapa, strengthened every time we return to the marae, uphold tikanga, and continue the mātāporo that people like Kurobon left off us all. So I stand here today to say to the government, Te Tiriti is not a gift to be interpreted with at will, and we will not stand by as the Treaty Principle Bill tries to diminish our rights under the guise of equality. Our rangatiratanga cannot be defined by legislation. It is defined by us, by our actions, and by the way we commit to upholding the mana of our tūpuna. Tū o rangatahi gathered here today, let us not be defined by this, but define ourselves. We are the ones who will continue this fight, not only for ourselves, but for our tamariki and mokopuna. It's our voices that carry the weight of this paper. So send in your submissions, unite your whānau, and let our opposition to this bill be undeniable. E mihi nui ana ki ngā tāngata katoa I haina I tēnei pētihana. Ka hareru te paremire I te kitenga o te raumano tāngata e whakahe ana I tēnei pere. Nā tātou I rūwai te whenua. To everybody who signed the petition, all 203,000 of you, your voices are part of this kaupapa, and your support strengthens our collective movement. Whether you are tangata whenua or tangata tiriti, this kaupapa is for all of us who fight for a place that we call home. Together we send a powerful message to this government that we must protect the rights of our mokopuna. Ka mutu ki te tei whakatauāhi a tino hopu, he aha au te mate noa ake mā atu pātāri tau kātupu. Nō reira kei ngā tini pāhara ki te huri no te motu, e tupu, e tupu. Mauri ora.
te atua ko kupirina ka puta ka ora. Kai taku ariki, te ariki rui kui me ngā waihono I te pō te tau te wherohero te tuawaru. Te whare kāhi ariki whānui, kua raratinga koe I tō tātou nei Hīkoi I pēnei. Ka noho whakaiti tō tātou iwi Māori I a koe. I tō arahi I a mātou, ki runga o karimata. Ka noho whakapihi tō tātou kiwi I a koe. Our sovereign, my queen, who came out of mourning and heard the cries of her people to carry him on their last leg. Ko koe te rata ko koe, hai mariri ki a koe. I may have been suspended for 24 hours and not let in the gates to the debate chambers.
And Todd Stevenson, raising a matter of privilege around the conduct of some members during the vote on the first reading of the principles of the Treaty of Waitangi Bill on the 14th of November 2024. In line with usual practice, those members have been asked to respond to me by 1 p.m. on Thursday. I'll then consider if a question of privilege has arisen and whether that question will stand referred to the Privileges Committee in each case. Point of order, the Honourable Shane Jones. Let me sit down first.
You've earned it. Sir, I don't want to comment on anything that may or may not make its way to the Privileges Committee. But I'm concerned, based on what happened, a coordinated level of disruptiveness, the prevention of votes being cast, whether or not the standing orders that we currently have are still of this level of robustness that will provide protection to the essence of our democracy. So separate, sir, from the Privileges Committee, I'm asking for you to consider whether we've reached a point where you should invite a number of very senior parliamentarians to consider whether standing orders are now incapable of dealing with the event that took place last week. That event, sir, will no doubt be dealt with in some manner or form after a view has been formed by you pertaining to privileges violation. I'm not seeking a response today, but it is very important, in my view, that the House and New Zealanders see you take this position and this issue incredibly seriously and provide back to us a level of guidance whether or not the deterrence, the range of censure options are such that we now need to reform, sharpen and bring standing orders into a world where it is apparent a host of members no longer fear the consequences.
Speaking of the point of order, the Honourable David Seymour.
I'd like to very briefly offer support for that course of action, understanding that there's a course of events that need to take place. I think some of the changes, particularly around the use of social media, have changed the incentives for people's behaviour around the rules of Parliament, and that perhaps an early Standing Orders Committee could be convened to address those changes.
Thank you for those comments. Can I just make the first comment to the Honourable Shane Jones? It would be unfortunate if some aspects of your contribution today were to be construed as some critique that I was not taking this matter seriously. That is not the case. I take it very seriously. But you and the Honourable David Seymour quite rightly point out that there are limitations on what a speaker can do within standing orders. And last week, one way or the other, both at the time of the incident and matters subsequently, that position was significantly challenged. The right place, as the Honourable David Seymour points out for this discussion, is the Standing Orders Committee, and that committee will convene at the earliest convenience to the House, obviously not in the recess week, but perhaps the week after, as a bit of dust settles, to work out exactly what might be a better set of rules, which standing orders are, should events like this occur in the future. 2 petitions have been delivered to the Clerk for presentation.
Petition of Hugh Donald requesting that the House urge the Government to establish a Royal Commission of Inquiry to investigate what the petitioner believes are miscarriages of justice by ACC to claimants and entitlements. Petition of Geoffrey Mortlock requesting that the House urge the Government to impose sanctions on Israel until Israel has withdrawn.
Whakatūwhiki ai nā moe a nā taumā. Nei nā te haka a tātou. Nā toku pāpā tēnei haka I tito, I te tau waru tukau mā oto. Ko te imoa tēnei haka, ko te tiriti o Waitangi. Ka tohe au, ka tohe au. Ka tohe au ki te mana māna nei whakatau reka ki a te tiriti o Waitangi. Kia rite, tāne mō kia rite, nā taumā kia rite. Whakainga mai, tukura tēnei haka. E papa, e wiki mitai, koutou rā, rangi nui waka, ama mōwini, koutou rā, koe hea tuki te mō, mā koutou tēnei haka, mā rakia makata, hoki au ina. Whakaika mai, kato heu, kato heu.